All right, well, good morning, everyone. I want to start by saying my name is Arthur Smith, and I want to thank everyone for coming out this morning for what is sure to be a mark in history for our women's basketball program. I wanted to start initially by asking everyone, if you haven't already, to please silence your phones so they don't go off during anyone's speech. I want to also give a special welcome to many of our on-campus VIPs, as well as our community members who have come out today to show their support of CSUB. I want to also extend a special welcome to our city mayor, Mayor Go. Thank you very much. As well as the family of our new coach, who I'm sure she will thank many times over, but wanted to also say thank you to the Wideman family as well. So once again, you did not come here to hear me talk about anything, so I just want to go ahead and get this started. But I would be remiss if I did not also say thank you to the student athletes of our women's basketball program who are sitting right in front of me as well. So as I mentioned before, I am not the individual that you came to hear speak today, so please join me in welcoming to the podium to give comments on behalf of the university and the city as a whole, our interim president, President Vernon Harper.
Thank you, Arthur. Good morning and greetings to my CSUB family, our friends, our supporters, especially those in the community, and every fan of Roadrunner Athletics. Today is one for the history books. Following a nationwide search, we have found an exceptional head coach for our women's basketball program who leads with integrity, intensity, and a passion to win. But Coach Wideman represents so much more than that to our players and to our university and to our region. In the 54-year history of Cal State University Bakersfield, no Black woman has ever had the esteemed title of head coach of any of our athletic programs. Give her a round of applause. Now, why does that matter? Because role models matter. The scholar athletes on our women's basketball team will be led by a coach who understands the pressure, who understands the sacrifices, the will to dig deep and keep digging, because as a collegiate standout herself, she was one of them. But our scholar athletes also will see an empowering example of female leadership that they can emulate in their own lives beyond CSUB. Friends, this is a golden era for women's college basketball. During the recent basketball tournament, more eyes than ever were glued to the television screens to watch every thrilling moment. Coach Wideman, we are so fortunate to have a college basketball visionary and strategist of your caliber here at the institution. But to be honest, you are fortunate as well. For you are arriving during a time of growth and unlimited promise at this university and in this region. The only way is up, and that's where we are headed. And one more thing, you can search far and wide, but you will never find a more loyal family of fans than right here in Kern County. Bakersfield is known as the biggest small town in California because of our hospitality, our friendly people, and our way of life. In that spirit, and on behalf of the entire Roadrunner community, we welcome you with open arms and look forward to filling the Icardo Center for your first game. Thank you very, very much, and let's go Runners.
Thank you, President Harper. Please join me now in welcoming to the podium our Director of Athletics, Kyle Conder.
Thank you, you, Arthur, and thank you, Dr. Harper, for those comments. I want to reiterate some of the thank yous that Dr. Harper started with. Again, I appreciate that Mayor Go is here. I think that's testament to the leadership and the community values that we have here in Bakersfield. I'm so happy that the Wideman family is here to celebrate with us today. I know this is a big deal. This is a homecoming for Ari to return to the great state of California. I want to personally thank Dr. Harper for his leadership and partnership throughout this. Dr. Thomas Wallace, who's our Vice President of Student Affairs, and Tom Davis, who's our VP for Business and Administrative Services and our CFO. Their partnership and their collaboration through this process has been really, really important. I also want to thank our women's basketball student athletes, and in particular, I'm going to highlight Garrison Freeman, who is the president of our Student Athlete Advisory Committee and our representative to the associated students at the university. And so Garrison did a great job meeting with candidates and assisting with this process, so really, really appreciate her. I want to thank Cindy Goodman, who's our senior women administrator and the sport administrator for women's basketball, as well as Andrew Dickinson, who's our assistant AD for academics, and Sarah Toohey, who's our associate AD for development. They were really part of the core group of this search committee. And then the last person that I'm going to thank, and then I'll talk a little bit about our process and Ari and where we go from here, is actually Coach Littlejohn, who's the head football coach over at Bakersfield College. But he was somebody that reached out to me during this process to say, I've got a name for you that I met when she was just getting started in this industry, but she has it, and she understands what it takes to be a winner. She has a tremendous work ethic. She has passion. And so I appreciate Coach Littlejohn talking to me about Ari, and I think the fact that he was maybe part of the recruiting effort to get Ari here, again, is testament to how tight-knit our community is and how important sports are to our community. So this process, like Dr. Harper said, was a nationwide search. And as we went through it, there was an overwhelming response from the number of people that were interested in this job. We talked to search firms, we talked to agents, we talked to head coaches, we talked to assistant coaches. But Ari rose to the top for a lot of reasons. One of those Dr. Harper talked about was she was an all-conference performer as a student athlete. She played at the University of Nevada, Reno. There's no home cooking here necessarily, but that's also my alma mater. So maybe there's some kindred spirits there. I don't mind telling people that part of my story was I was actually a male practice player for the women's basketball program back at Nevada, Reno. And so I knew about Ari's pedigree from an early part of the process, and I was really, really impressed by a couple of things. One, she is a native of California, and she wanted to be back home. She wanted to come back to California, and again, I know how important that is to her family. Every program that Ari has been a part of has improved. Most recently, she was an assistant coach at the University of Toledo, which is a championship caliber program, had just won their conference and advanced to the postseason. She actually had one of our first conversations with her while they were participating in the postseason, which I think speaks to the success that she brings to programs and, again, her work ethic. She's committed to the mission of our athletic department. We talk about 4 pillars in our program: academic excellence, an outstanding student athlete experience, competitive success, and community engagement. And Ari knows those things, and she's committed to them. She's going to help us deliver on our vision of pursuing championships and graduating leaders, and she believes in our core values of respect, integrity, spirit, inclusion, nurture, and grit. There are a few other things I just wanted to point out. I thought there were some themes. Again, I talked about some of the things that I heard from Coach Littlejohn. So there's the head coach at Oklahoma State said these things about Ari. She's a rising star. We talk about our program being rising runners on the rise. So to describe her as someone who's a rising star, who has passion, who gets teams motivated and prepared. Her most recent head coach who just got named the head coach at the University of Miami, talked about what a hard worker Ari is. And then Ari's own head coach at the University of Nevada, Reno, talked about how she had a competitive spirit and a great passion for the game. She is a great leader. And then again, echoing the words that Coach Littlejohn said, he said, I knew Ari was a rising star as soon as I met her. She has a tremendous work ethic. She's passionate, energetic, demanding, tough, fair, and has a smile on her face all the time. This community, Bakersfield, will want to rally around her and her team. Our student athletes will want to play for her, and they will play hard. You have a winner. I'm glad Greg Kerr is here today. I've talked to him a few times on his radio show, and one of the things he asked me was, what are you looking for in a head basketball coach? And I said, we want a winner. And so to hear people that have been around her that know Ari say she is a winner, that gets us excited. So if you want to get a head start on supporting Ari and CSUB women's basketball, we're always interested in season tickets. So you can buy season tickets by calling 661-654-GOLD or 661-654-BLUE, or joining the Roadrunner Club by visiting gorunners.com/give. But without further ado, please join me in welcoming the head coach of CSUB women's basketball, Ari Wideman.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for being here and supporting our women's basketball program. Thank you to the players. I've had the opportunity to meet with you, and I can already tell you're committed to working hard together and chasing excellence. Thank you to our Director of Athletics, Kyle Condor, and our Senior Women's Administrator, Cindy Goodman, who were integral parts of this process. And also for trusting me to bring this vision to life. I'd also like to thank Interim President Harper. To my mentors, former coaches, players, and all who have provided opportunities to help me develop into the coach that I am today, I'm eternally grateful. I want to give a colossal thank you to my family. I'm kind of emotional. But for always encouraging me and providing me with anything I needed in order to chase my dreams. Having that type of unwavering support has brought me to this moment. Let me say, I'm so grateful for this new beginning. I'm conscious that in order to have a new beginning, there's a previous end to an era. And I want to acknowledge and thank Coach McCall for everything he has done for women's basketball, for this community and this university. It doesn't go unnoticed. As we do look to the future, though, I'm excited about fulfilling Kyle's vision of developing champions for life, which entails academic success, an unforgettable student-athlete experience, community engagement, and competitive success. This vision pulled me in because it spoke to the same core values I've had for my entire life in my career. I'm excited about what I'm walking into. I've always loved a challenge, and this is no different. A challenge can be transformed into an opportunity. This is our opportunity to work hard together and achieve greatness. Work is what I love to do. There's a phrase that I live by. It epitomizes my philosophy. It's work to win. I created it when I was a GA in a small town in Prairie View, Texas for this day. And work to win is a simple reminder that you can accomplish your wildest dreams if you stick to your work ethic. And the question you have to ask yourself every day is, do our habits match our goals? Do my habits match my goals? And there are three pillars to this work ethic. So work to win, the three pillars are SPC. The S is for skill. I believe every single person in this world has a skill that they should exhaust. They should beat on it every day and work at it because you just never know when your time's up. So you want to maximize your potential. The P is for preparation. My favorite definition of preparation is you got to be there before you get there, and I've always tried to do that. So our team will be prepared in terms of individual workouts, film sessions, our game prep. We will be prepared for each opportunity that we have against our opponent. And the C is for confidence. I think it can vacillate or fluctuate among women, but you have to walk in supreme confidence in whatever you do. So if you're skilled, prepared, and confident, you should be open and expectant to winning. Winning isn't guaranteed, but it's a byproduct of you working hard and being ready for your moment. Our players and staff will work to win. I wouldn't have it any other way. The people around me have to rise to the level of enthusiasm and passion that I'm at. But we will be a blue-collar team that plays extremely hard on both ends of the floor. Stylistically, my philosophy is pace, space, create. So we'll be an up-tempo team that has good spacing because we'll have good shooters, and then create. We'll put you in positions to create for yourselves and others, but space, or pace, space, create is what we'll be about. My basketball mentor, one of them, his name's Edward LeBlanc, but he told me that basketball is a game of opposites, and it simplified everything for me. So conversely, on the defensive end, we'll try to alter our opponent's pace. We'll shrink the space of the floor and limit their creativity with great scouts. Our team will be unselfish. We will value the team over ourselves. Everything we do is for the person next to us. I will give our players and staff everything I have, and I expect the same in return. We will serve and give to each other. I just believe that serving and giving are so important. They'll be pillars of this program. So we'll serve each other and this community. I can commit to us being visible. I've always believed life is about two things, who you are and who you help. Life is about two things, who you are and who you help, and we'll stick to that. I'd love to see you all fill this place. I want it to be electric, and for other teams to hate playing here because it's so rowdy. I'm asking that our students, staff, faculty, alumni, community, and local organizations support our team. Your support will play a huge role in our success. So let's build this together. To our former players, you're Roadrunners for life. Even if I didn't coach you, you're always back here. I want you to be at practices. We'll have an event, but this is your home, and let's stay connected. In closing, two of my favorite words are believe and yet. I'm asking that you all believe in our team, believe that we will build this program, and believe the best is yet to come. Go Roadrunners, thank you.
You guys can do better than that. Let's hear it for Coach Wideman. All right, I have to say, when people get emotional, I'm looking at you, Coach. You're getting emotional. Your family's looking at you, patting their heart. I'm about to start crying. I just met them. So I see that passion. But once again, want to thank everyone for coming out this morning. Again, want to extend a level of gratitude to our players, to our community, our mayor, and to our campus community as well as our department. I do see a lot of fellow head coaches, staff and administrators, so I want to thank those individuals for coming out as well. Right now, we are going to present Coach Wideman with a gift or a token of our appreciation for her coming and being our head coach. So if you want to get a photo, now would be the time to get your phones out or your cameras out. So Coach Wideman, President Harper, Kyle, if you want to join right here in front of the podium. And one more time, guys, our new women's head basketball coach, Coach Ari Wideman. All right, thank you very much. And this does conclude this morning's press conference. At this time, media that are in attendance will open up for interviews with either Coach Kyle Condor or our interim president Harper. I do know he is on a timetable, so if you have some questions there, maybe those out, or our student athletes. So once again, thank you very much, and let's all say it this time. We're going to say go Runners on three. I can't believe Kyle didn't make us say it when he first came up. So let's go ahead and put those Road Runners up one time, and go Runners on three. 1, 2, 3. Go Runners! All right, thank you. Okay, let's go. Now, can we get one more picture of the three of you? I've put Spirit Squad's on the side of you guys. But you're not actually.
Dr. Harper, can we get one more?
Not this one. Okay.
Can we get one more picture with you?
Of course. Okay, ladies, you're good.
You want one more with him?
Mayor, did you want to give it up?